Hi YouTube, it's Joe again, the boy 888. Just thought I'd do a bit of a quick review on the Up-Rev tune I've had done on the 350Z. This one is a 2006 GT rev up model. So from the factory, it's supposed to have just shy of 300 horsepower. Before I had the tune done, I had put an AEM panel filter in. I didn't see the point in buying a nut cold air intake. One, because the factory one works, I think, as good as if not better than the aftermarket ones you can buy, and price as well. I've spent a fortune on this car already, and I couldn't afford anyway to put a cold air intake on it, especially if it doesn't do any help. So I had the panel filter, full Cobra system, including high flow cats. Now it is resonated. We are supposed to be doing a France trip in this in September. That's if things don't change, plans don't change with regards to the car situation. I will keep you updated on that. But yeah, so I've done the full Cobra system. It sounds awesome, by the way. And to be honest, that is pretty much it. There's a panel filter and the exhaust system. And then I took it to TDI North in Warrington. Fantastic bunch of lads there. They actually fitted me in the same day when I rang them up. They took it down there, and they think the first pull they did without doing any tuning on the ECU, I think it just came in at about 301, 303. With all the fettling done, the end result, sorry, was just shy of 313 horsepower. And yeah, and the difference, to be honest, horsepower isn't the most important thing. Everyone goes mad about horsepower. Oh, what horsepower have you got? Well, I've got 313, I've got 320, I've got whatever. Torque and the way it's delivered, that is the key thing. Being around bike racing for so long, all my life to be honest, and actually doing it myself, everyone keeps going on about horsepower. If you can get the power delivery, the torque curve and the power curve perfect, that's more than important than having a peak horsepower. That horsepower only comes in at a minute, like it's not even at full horsepower, you know, for a couple of seconds. It's just there at the peak. If you can have torque and deliver that power really smoothly over the full rev range, you're going to do well. And even taking the car out, as soon as I got back in the car, it was fantastic. The car runs smoother, you get better miles to the gallon. We did Silverstone on Sunday, and we averaged, and this is just driving around town as well, 27.5 miles to the gallon out of 3.5 litre V6, and I wasn't driving it soft either. Really good. And it just feels lovely to drive now. For the price, I think it's £450 with TDI North. They charge for the Nissan Up-Rev tune. You have to buy the license to get into the ECU, and then after that, I think it's a reduced price if you have to go and do anything else for it. But yeah, so with that you get 5 maps. Now, to do the maps, you actually use the cruise control settings. That's if you've got a GT model, or if your 350Z has cruise control. This one has, and it's really easy. You have to have the cruise control off to actually use the modes. But the first mode is your mapped mode, but smooth throttle, just normal driving, nice and steady throttle response. To do that, you just hold the coast down. Obviously you got the toggle for the accelerator reset and the coast and set. Hold it down to coast and set. And as you do that, press cancel once, and then the set for your cruise control on your dash will flash once. And I'll demonstrate that here. Now that's set, and that's nice and smooth, steady driving. Your second one, so if you again hold it down, press it twice, and your set button will flash twice, like I'll demonstrate now. This is your map setting again, but with more aggressive throttle response. So for a bit more, you know, energetic driving, should I say. Map 3 is my favourite. So hold it down, press it 3 times, and then let go. Set button will come on 3 times again, like this now. This is what I call snap, crackle and pop. Now if I wind down the window, exactly. I won't do it too loud because I'm just by someone's house here, and I can imagine they'll give me some right dirty looks. that's my favourite mode. It's quite good fun. I can imagine it's fantastic on a track day, and it sounds brilliant when you're giving it some welly as well. Basically, it's your map mode with your throttle response and pop and farts all over the show, and it sounds really good. The fourth mode, so hold it down, press it 4 times, and the set button will flash 4 times for your fourth mode to confirm it, like I'll demonstrate now. This one is your valet mode, so if you leave it with a valet parking, if you're leaving it with someone that, or you're leaving it at a garage somewhere where you don't want it to be driven anywhere really. Basically, the revs will only go to about 2,500–3,000 revs, and it'll only go up to 30 miles an hour, which is brilliant. So again, I can floor it now, and it'll just go up to. There you go. I don't want to do it too loud because obviously people could look out. And then your fifth one. Obviously, you press it 5 times. Your set button will flash 5 times, like I'll demonstrate now. And that is an immobilise mode. So what that'll do is you turn the car off, it will not start even with the key, unless you know how to do that. Unless you know it's got an Up-Rev tune on it, you will not start it. It's an additional immobiliser, which is a brilliant feature. So yeah, so they're the 5 modes. I think it's well worth the money. Fantastic. The car's changed. I'll just put it into 2. I always have it in 2, to be honest, if I can't be bothered with the pop and banging. But yeah, it's well worth the money. It transforms the car. And it's brilliant. I mean, you can buy them, the throttle controllers. They're brilliant. I had one of them in before I had this done. Really good value for money. But again, it doesn't get the fueling right. All it is throttle response. It's kind of like it gives you the idea of going faster. This actually improves the power, improves the delivery of the power, and it improves your fuel as well. So yeah, so I think it's brilliant. So I'm just about to go for a drive out. It's a nice evening. I might as well go for a bit of a spin whilst the missus is away. And yeah, so let's go for a spin. I've got it in 2, and I am on a bumpy road here, which isn't so good when you've got a lowered 350Z with a front lip as well. And I've just had it painted as well. And we're off, hopefully. I'll put it in 3 so you can hear the pop and farts. There we go. I do love that noise. Brings a kid back out in you. I do love this car. It's the first sports car I've owned with me breaking my neck from racing, and then looking at something, looking at what I can. I'll turn the pop and bangs off for now. Looking at what I can do, I thought the Nissan, they're really well priced, pretty much reliable if you get a looked after one, and they're not the fastest thing on the road, don't get me wrong, but with the right modifications to it and the right work done on it, they sound fantastic. They do go well and they do handle well, even though this is the convertible. I got the convertible because I want it to be different. Everyone's got a coupe, and I think this one looks really nice. I'll put some pictures up of it now, well, at the end of the video, sorry, of how it is now, with the wheels, with the lowered suspension, with the spoiler, with the front splitter, with the diffusers, with the side diffuser. I think they're just a really all good, all-round car, and if you wanted to drive it every day, obviously this is my weekend car, you can drive it every day. With the Up-Rev map I've had done, drives fantastic, it's comfy, and the GT models, obviously you've got the heated leather seats, fully electric, sat nav. I put a double DIN touchscreen stereo in it, or head unit, because the original Bose one's crap. But no, it's easy to drive, I love it, absolutely brilliant car. Like I said at the beginning of the video, will we be taking this to France, me and the Fav? We don't know. The Silverstone trip with Ruth kind of opened our eyes a little bit. To fit the wheelchair in the boot of the car, I've probably not told you, Ruth does use a wheelchair. She has spina bifida and scoliosis. Let's just move over for this ambulance. She has spina bifida and scoliosis. She can walk, but not very far, so we have to take her wheelchair everywhere. She's tiny, as you've probably seen, and the wheelchair is small, but to get the wheelchair in the boot, we have to take the spare wheel out, so if I have a puncture, I'm knackered. We can fit one of her wheels in there with the frame, but then the other wheel has to come behind the seat, the passenger seat. Therefore, no luggage can go in the boot, so all the luggage we had to take to Silverstone was in the footwell, which didn't make things very comfortable for Ruth, as you can imagine. And going on a long trip, if we decided to go to France or even a weekend away, it's not ideal. So it's kind of, it's gutting to think about selling it. I have put the feelers out there if anyone is interested in the car, but yeah, it might have to go rather than me want it to go, to be honest. But we'll see, we might be able to find a way around it, I don't know. But yeah, apart from that, apart from the actual loading space, because it is the Roadster, the boot isn't as big as the coupe. I might even get a coupe, you never know. Apart from that, it's a fantastic car. Reggie doesn't like it, it's a bit too noisy for him, but he doesn't come in it much anyway. But yeah, apart from looking at a coupe, I don't know what I'd be looking for. I am tempted, dare I say it, go from V6 to VTEC. I've always liked the DC5 Integra Type R. I think they're a fantastic looking car. The EP3s are brilliant, the Civic Type Rs are fantastic. But again, I like to be different, and to have something like that, I think you don't see many Integras, you see a lot of Civics. I think it'd be fantastic to own one, so I'm having a look around. Maybe comment on it, comment on the video, see what, give me your ideas of what you think I should get, or if I should change the car. But yeah, so that is the Up-Rev tune review, to be honest. Well worth the money. If you're up in the northwest, or even if you're not, if you're anywhere around the UK, I'd highly recommend TDI North. Very professional service. They even let you test drive the car before you pay for it to make sure that you're happy with it. You can't get more fairer than that, I don't think, anyway. So yeah, so hope you like this little video. It's only a short one, and yeah, here's some pictures of the 350Z as it is now, and hopefully we'll still have it in the next video. Take care of yourself, everyone. Ta-da.
To be my friend, you wouldn't stay, you wanted to leave again. I saw you out, I saw you with all those men. You